It was a stormy evening when Claire Donovan, a 26-year-old antique dealer, arrived at Maplewood Estate, a crumbling Victorian mansion nestled deep in the English countryside. The estate was long abandoned, whispered to be cursed, but Claire had been hired by a mysterious client to retrieve a rare 18th century silver candleholder that had once belonged to Lady Evelyn Blackwood, a woman executed for witchcraft. Claire didn't believe in curses. She believed in relics, in prophets, and this candle holder was worth a fortune. The air grew cold the moment she stepped inside. Rain lashed against the windows, her boots echoed on the marble floor, and the scent of mildew clung to everything. Armed with only a flashlight and a leather satchel, Claire ascended the grand staircase. In a bedroom cloaked in dust and decay, she found the candle holder, still standing on an ornate dresser. It was tall, elegant, and intricately carved with symbols she didn't recognize. There was a half-burned black candle still lodged in its cup. Claire picked it up. The moment her fingers touched the metal, a chill stabbed through her bones. The flashlight flickered and died. Great, she muttered, lighting the candle with a match she kept for emergencies. As the flame hissed to life, the shadows in the room seemed to twist unnaturally. Behind her, the bedroom door slammed shut. Claire spun around. Hello? Anyone there? Her voice sounded too loud in the stale air. Silence. Then the candle flickered violently, casting grotesque shadows that danced like creatures along the walls. The air thickened. And then a whisper. You lit it? Claire froze. The whisper was soft, childlike, but filled with malice. She tried the door. Locked. Her breath quickened. She blew on the candle to extinguish it, but the flame only grew stronger, burning blue. Stop this, she whispered, her voice trembling. You woke her. Suddenly, from the reflection in the cracked dresser mirror, Claire saw a woman in a black gown, her face shrouded in shadow, her eyes glowing red, standing right behind her. She turned. Nothing. But in the mirror, the woman was still there, smiling. Claire backed away, her heart pounding. The mirror shattered. From the shards, blood began to seep. 2. The curse begins. She stumbled back, gripping the candle holder, the only source of light. Suddenly, the floorboards creaked behind her. Heavy footsteps. She turned and saw a little girl in a white dress, her head bowed, standing in the hallway just outside the room. Who are you? Claire asked, barely able to breathe. The girl slowly raised her head. Her eyes were completely black. You lit the witch's flame, the girl whispered. Now she lives again. The candle dimmed, and Claire felt a hand wrap around her throat, invisible, but crushing. She dropped to her knees, choking. The candle toppled over but did not go out. It rolled toward the girl, who stepped forward and picked it up, smiling with dead eyes. You should have left her in the dark. Suddenly, the walls began to bleed, dark streaks of red oozing down centuries-old wallpaper. Whispers grew louder, hundreds of voices murmuring, laughing, crying. Then, a scream, long, shrill, inhuman. Claire crawled toward the door, gasping, her fingernails clawing the wood. It swung open on its own. She fled down the hallway. Every portrait she passed now showed Lady Evelyn Blackwood, her face grotesque, melting, and alive. Claire. The voices moaned in unison. Stay with us. She found herself in the grand ballroom, candle in hand. Her only hope, extinguish it. She hurled it to the ground, but it refused to break. The flame surged higher, and Lady Evelyn appeared in the shadows, now fully formed. Tall, skin pale as wax, eyes glowing red, her mouth stitched shut with black thread. With a wave of her hand, Claire was lifted into the air. Invisible strings pulled at her limbs like a puppet. You wanted relics, a voice echoed. Now you are one. And with a sound like tearing flesh, the threads broke, and Claire collapsed, motionless. Part 3. The Final Candle. 3 weeks later, another antique dealer arrived at Maplewood Estate, answering the same mysterious letter Claire once did. The door was unlocked. Inside, all was still. In the bedroom, on the dresser, stood the silver candle holder. A new candle was in it, red wax this time. At its base sat a photograph. Claire Donovan's portrait, eyes wide, mouth sewn shut. A whisper filled the air. Will you light the candle too?